Good afternoon, class. Let me see. You may be seated. Good afternoon, class of 2026. Congratulations. It is my absolute honor to be here with all of you. My name is Dr. Art Pimentel, and I am the president of Folsom Lake College. And I'm just so ecstatic to be congratulating you on this very, very important day. To the class of 2026, distinguished guests, members of the Board of Trustees, dignitaries, faculty, staff, family members, friends, and those joining us via live stream, welcome. It is my great honor to celebrate this extraordinary milestone with all of you. Commencement is more than a ceremony. It is a celebration of growth, achievement, and the many journeys that brought you here to this very special moment. Today, we proudly recognize the accomplishments of the class of 2026 and the communities of support that helped make this possible. To begin our celebration, it is my pleasure to introduce the Folsom Lake College Falcons Choir under the direction of Maria Pechanova. Please stand up with me as they perform the national anthem.
Stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight, o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
Thank you, Falcons Choir. You may be seated. Before we begin the ceremony, we would like to respectfully acknowledge the land currently occupied by Folsom Lake College, and we will sit today as the traditional home of the sovereign Nishanan, Maidu, and Miwok peoples who have a unique, enduring relationship stewarding this land since time immemorial. Despite colonization, occupation, and genocide, the Nishanan, Maidu, and Miwok people continue to thrive in their resilience and self-determination. We celebrate and recognize our Nishanan, Maidu, and Miwok tribal neighbors and honor their sustained existence. Thank you. As I've said, today is truly for many of us our favorite time of the year. It's smiling season, as we call it, right? It's just incredible to see the sense of accomplishment and joy in every one of your faces as you capture this moment and this important milestone. And at Folsom Lake College, we often say we are your bridge to success. And it would not have been possible without many individuals, many of them who are on this stage today, our faculty, our staff. But I do want to introduce some of the distinguished members that are of our stage party that are here. And I want to start with our Vice President of Administration, Dan McKechnie. Our Vice President of Student Services, Dr. Caitlin Baumgartner-Lee. Our Vice President of Instruction, Greg McCormick. Our Chancellor for the Los Rios Community College District, Dr. Brian King. Our General Counsel for the Los Rios Community College District, Ali Blevins. Our Student Trustee on the Los Rios Board of Trustees, Brianna Pham. Our President of the Academic Senate and Professor in Mathematics, Wayne Jensen. Our President of our Classified Senate and the Educational Center Supervisor for the El Dorado Center, Colleen Cohen. And joining us this afternoon are many of our faculty, staff, and representatives who will have the honor of announcing our graduates. And I'm going to start by acknowledging Jay Anderson, our confidential administrative assistant. Hannah Shaikh, adjunct professor of computer information science. And Dr. Lisette Brasil Cruz, she's our Dean of Equity and Institutional Effectiveness. And finally, please just welcome and join me in giving a round of applause to all of our wonderful deans and faculty who are also on stage with us. We also have the pleasure of having several distinguished guests who are here this afternoon, and one of them is YK Chala Macharla, who's our Folsom Cordova Unified School District trustee. So let's give him a round of applause. And also our El Dorado County Office of Education, Dr. Ed Manansala. I see him there. Thank you, Dr. Manansala. We are honored to have you join us this afternoon in this important celebration. When I think about why I got into education in the first place, the answer has always been simple to me. It's about people and community. I believe in the transformation of education. I believe education can completely change the direction of someone's life. It did for me. And I have seen it transform other lives and their families as well. I did not choose this work because it was efficient. I did not choose this work because it was for profit. I chose education because I believed in the power of human connection. I believe that one conversation, one class, one mentor, one opportunity could make someone believe in themselves and their potential to accomplish anything that they wanted to accomplish. And honestly, after 21 years in the community college system, I still believe that to my core, and I believe it every single day. But my concern is when society starts valuing profit and efficiency over humanity itself. We are living in an interesting time right now. Technology is changing incredibly fast. I remember when Google was first developed and how many worried about the impact of technology it would have on us. Now artificial intelligence is reshaping industries, education, and the workforce. Every day we hear words like efficiency, optimization, and automation. Companies that we have never heard before, like NVIDIA, OpenAI, and Alphabet, right in our backyards are worth trillions of dollars, and for some, are future employers for some of our students. And to be clear, technology absolutely has our place in our future. In fact, I want to acknowledge that Folsom Lake College has embraced that reality. We are proud to have our very own artificial intelligence department led by Professor Suha Al-Jabori because our students deserve to understand these emerging technologies and help shape how they are used responsibly. AI can help solve problems, create opportunities, and it can support innovation in healthcare, business, science, and education. But there must be a balance, because technology should support people, not replace us. There are certain things that simply cannot be replicated by technology, and I want you to imagine just a few of them that I've noticed this year, throughout this year. AI cannot replace standing on the sidelines and watching the Folsom Lake College women's soccer team win its second state championship. It cannot recreate the excitement, the hugs, the tears, and the pure joy that all of us felt, including Coach Donnie Robato, for that second championship. AI cannot replace the critical thinking process of a student during a tutoring session and watching everything finally click. I know that if you've been in education long enough, you know how that feels, and to many of our students, you know exactly how that feels when you use tutoring services and you got the support you need for that math final, that English essay. AI cannot replace watching a student learning English in a classroom at our Rancho Cordova Center, full of other students who are encouraging one another, practicing together, laughing through mistakes together, and building confidence together. AI cannot replace watching our students perform Godspell and create the scenes on this very stage just a few weeks ago, led by Professor Jennifer Wallace. Sitting there and watching students put themselves out there with confidence and excitement. And AI cannot replace something as simple as students laughing together while making cookies during a chemistry activity. And I want to point out that if you don't know this, our librarian Amy Brinkley and Professor Kalinda Jones make a damn good cookie. And they're on stage here today. AI cannot replace learning chemistry through making ice cream during Science Fridays and then getting to enjoy it after a hot April afternoon. That is the real college experience. That is the connection we need that will lead to transformation, real-life experiences, and to learning. And I'll be honest, sometimes I really worry a little bit about the direction that we are heading as a society, not because technology is bad. Technology has always evolved. My concern is that we become so obsessed with efficiency and profit that we slowly stop valuing the things that connect us and help us build community. I think a lot about it as a father. I think about my 12-year-old daughter and the world she is growing up in more than anything. I want her to grow up in a world where people and connections still matter. I want her to be excited about beating her on-the-mile record on Fridays and coming home telling me about it. I want her to be excited about building a replica of the California State Capitol out of sugar blocks and being so proud to share exactly what it is. And I want her to look forward to playing the cello during her spring concert after months of practice. And I want her to live in a society that still values teachers, nurses, artists, librarians, counselors, scientists, coaches, and true leadership. People need to learn to develop community and access to quality education where building community still matters for your career and the future. Folsom Lake College is not just a place where students earn degrees. We're an institution where students figure out who they are, they build friendships, they build confidence, they discover their purpose, and develop the importance of sense of belonging because of the connections that are made here with our faculty, a coach, a tutor, their peers, who share their background and interest. Graduates, your generation is going to help shape what comes next, each and every one of you. My hope for all of you is this: embrace innovation, learn new technologies, adapt to change, be successful, but never stop building community and rely so heavily on technology. Graduates, I hope you go out into the world and chase your dreams. I hope you find success, and I hope you accomplish incredible things, but more than anything, I hope you choose lifelong learning and building community. Congratulations, class of 2026. We are so proud of you. It is now my pleasure to welcome Wayne Jensen, our President of the Academic Senate, to the podium.
Good afternoon, graduates, family members, friends, and distinguished members of the community. On behalf of the faculty at Folsom Lake College, I extend our heartfelt congratulations to the class of 2026. Today is a celebration of achievement, but is also a celebration of persistence. Faculty have had the privilege of watching you work through different challenges, responsibilities, setbacks, uncertainty, and even systemic barriers. We have seen you balancing jobs, career, caregiving, military service, long commutes, financial pressures, and moments of uncertainty. And yet through it all, you still move forward. That perseverance matters. As faculty, we tend to naturally see the world through learning, inquiry, and sometimes even a little bit of mathematics. One of the things that mathematics will teach us is that where something begins does not necessarily determine where it ends. Two students can start in very different places, managing through unique variables and having a variety of constraints placed upon them, yet still arrive at meaningful and successful outcomes. At Folsom Lake College, we're committed to equity. We recognize that talent is universal, but unfortunately opportunity is not always evenly distributed. We strive to make sure that each student has the support, access, encouragement, and resources that they need to succeed. That principle is woven into the work that you've done here at Folsom Lake College. Faculty believe deeply in your potential and believe deeply that that potential cannot be measured by a single test score, a transcript, even a zip code, or even a moment in time. Human potential is far more complex than any one equation can offer. As with many math problems, there is more than one step forward to your future success. Some of you are transferring to universities. Some are going to enter the workforce, and others are still determining what happens next. All of those values, all of those paths are valuable. Progress is not always linear. In fact, most of the time, life looks less like a straight line and more like a graph with unexpected turns, steep climbs, and occasional setbacks. But as you have the opportunity to stand back and look at that graph over time, you can see tremendous growth. This highlights one of the most powerful ideas in mathematics, and that is that small changes repeated consistently can yield enormous effects. A single degree adjustment can change a trajectory. Many of you know this firsthand. Those degree adjustments came in the way of a conversation with a caring professor, a class you almost dropped but stayed in, a family member or friend who offered words of encouragement, a time when you were alone but decided not to give up. Those moments, those degree adjustments, they matter, possibly more than you may realize. Graduates, as you move to the next chapter of your lives, remember this: success is not only about individual achievement, it is also about what you make possible for others. Use your education not simply to advance yourselves in your career, but to widen opportunity, create belonging, and strengthen communities. Be the people who make the path more accessible to those that come after you. The faculty here are incredibly proud of your accomplishments, but we're even more proud of the people that you become: resilient, thoughtful, determined, compassionate. Congratulations, class of 2026. Knowing what you've already achieved and the potential within you, we can't wait to see the difference you'll make in this world. Thank you. Please join me in welcoming Colleen Cohen, our classified Senate President, to the stand.
Good afternoon, graduates, families, friends, faculty, and especially the amazing class of 2026. On behalf of the Classified Senate and classified professionals here at Folsom Lake College, welcome. We are so proud to celebrate this moment with you. Earlier this year, our college president, Art Pimentel, spoke about the importance of connection. And at Folsom Lake College, those connections are everywhere, between students, faculty, staff, families, and the community that surrounds you. Today is really a celebration of those connections because none of you got here alone. Now, I have to say, standing here is a little surreal for me. I'm also an FLC alum, but my journey didn't exactly follow a straight line. It was more like a 20-year gap year. Life happened, work, responsibilities, all the things. And when I finally came back, I was wondering, can I really do this? Here's the secret, you can. I finished here at Folsom Lake College and eventually went on to earn my bachelor's degree at California State University, Sacramento. Not because I had everything figured out, but because I stayed connected to my goal, even when the path felt uncertain. And that brings me back to something we talk about a lot in classified services. Connection is really at the heart of what we do. We sometimes think of our work a little like putting together a puzzle. Each of us holds a different piece, whether it's admissions, financial aid, counseling, outreach, or student support. And sometimes, especially at the beginning, it can feel like someone opened the puzzle box, dumped all the pieces on the table, and maybe you lost a corner piece entirely. Our job is to help you make sense of that, to help you figure the edges, connect the pieces, and start to bring the bigger picture of where you're headed. And graduates, you've done exactly that. To our Gen Z students, you bounced classes, jobs, responsibilities, and yes, probably a few distractions along the way. The fact that you're here today says a lot about your resilience. And to our returning and non-traditional students, you are living proof that there is no right timeline. Sometimes the scenic route is the one that teaches you the most. All of you, in your own way, took those puzzle pieces and turned them into something real, something meaningful. As you move forward, just remember, you don't have to have the whole picture figured out. Most people don't. What matters is that you know how to keep building it. Stay connected to your goals, to your community, and to the people who support you along the way. And maybe, most importantly, don't be afraid if your puzzle looks a little different than someone else's. That's what makes it yours. Congratulations, class of 2026. We are so proud of you, and we can't wait to see what you create next. It's my honor to introduce our next speaker, your Student Senate President, Danaya Irelina. Danaya.
Okay, good afternoon. My name is Danaya Irelina, and I've had the honor of serving as your Student Senate President, the Associated Students of Folsom Lake College. On behalf of Associated Students, I'm so excited to welcome you to the 2026 Commencement Ceremony. I'm proud to be standing here before you today, not only as your president, but as a fellow graduate. I moved to the United States at the age of 12, and growing up in a different culture, speaking a different language, there were moments I felt like I didn't belong. I struggled to find people that would understand my story. However, Folsom Lake College never failed to make me feel welcome. In these unforgettable years at Folsom Lake College, I had the privilege of working alongside students and staff that make this campus the diverse and collaborative community I'm proud to call home. Today, we get to celebrate this community together. And to the faculty, staff, and administrators, your tremendous work makes stories like mine possible. Thank you for your guidance, for the doors you kept open, and for the welcoming space you create every single day. You make space for every different person that walks through these doors, and that does not go unnoticed. When I started my first semester here, I had the privilege of joining Student Senate, a team of dedicated individuals that represent our fellow students. And through that decision, I got to serve and connect with many of you. And you all are the heart of this campus, and I'm so grateful I got to hear your unique stories. So whether you're stepping into a new career, continuing your education, returning to your family, or still figuring out exactly what comes next, every single path in this room is worth celebrating. So to the graduating class of 2026, congratulations on this incredible accomplishment. Be proud, be deeply proud of the work that you put in to get to this moment. All of you showed up. You pushed through and you made it. So students of all ages and backgrounds, today we get to celebrate alongside each other as one big community. I'm grateful to Folsom Lake College for making this possible. So please carry this community with you wherever you go. Carry the friendships, the lessons, and the knowledge that you're capable of anything. And Folsom Lake College will always be here for you and believe in your success. So please, now go and show the world what that looks like. Thank you.
All right, thank you for that wonderful comments that you made, Dania. Now, on behalf of Folsom Lake College, I want to present you with a small token of appreciation for all of the work, the representation, and your leadership as the student body president for this year's wonderful class. Congratulations. As Dania said, it really does take a community to make all of this work, and now I want you to help me recognize those individuals who were able to make this entire scene come to life today and get everything ready for this one important day for our college. And I want to start by acknowledging and thanking our Commencement Planning Committee. Thank you. The Harris Center staff and volunteers. Our operations, maintenance, and custodial staff. Our media services, who are making sure everyone can hear and record. Members of our Welcome and Student Success Center team. And my script says, do not thank Carla, Christy, and Jane personally, but let's thank Carla, Christy, and Jane personally for all of their work. They're right there in the back. And of course, I know I saw Jennifer Black back there and multiple faculty, so thank you to all the faculty and staff, community volunteers, and those who contributed to making today possible. Thank you. Folsom Lake College and its sister colleges are also fortunate to benefit from the leadership and support of the Los Rios Community College District and the Los Rios Board of Trustees. And to say a few words to our graduates, please help me welcome Chancellor Brian King to the podium.
Well, graduates, congratulations. This is such a special day, and I want to thank you for letting me be a small and brief part of today's celebration. As should be the case, most of the focus today will be on our graduates. Graduates, for just a second, I want you to think about everyone else who has been on this journey with you, and I want to ask everyone who's not graduating today to stand up for a second, including our faculty, our parents, everybody who's not graduating today. Will you please stand? So graduates, look around, and those who are in the room are representing hundreds of other people who were a part of your journey. So graduates, show your appreciation to everyone who made this possible for you. So faculty, staff, family, and friends, you can take your seat. Graduates, were you relieved that you're done with assignments? I have one more assignment for you. Can you do that? Just one more assignment? I want you to think for a second about who that person is during this journey. Think about one person. Picture that face of a person who made a difference in this journey towards your degree today. And the challenge that I want to make to you is don't just think about it. Reach out to that person and share exactly why they were so important to you on the journey. Now, if that's a conversation, that would be great. Since it's 2026, maybe it would be a text. But if you really want to go the extra mile, I would encourage you to write down your thoughts to that person and hand it to them or mail them, because you cannot imagine what joy that would give for someone who has had an impact on your life and made such a difference. It may be one of our faculty members on the stage or here. it may be a family member, it may be someone in a dark hour who unexpectedly made a difference in your life. So today is about you. I'm going to ask you, how many of you are going to take that pledge and reach out to someone? How many of you are going to do that, graduates? I think you will find that not just for you, but for those who have impacted you, that will be not a task, but a wonderful thing to do to share this special day. Nobody can ever take this day away from you. Congratulations to the class of 2026, and thanks to everyone here and everyone throughout our community who made this possible for our graduates.
Thank you, Chancellor King. Now it's my honor to welcome to the stage this year's student speaker representing Folsom Lake College's class of 2026, Sophia Barada. It gets even more impressive. This spring, Sophia is graduating with 2 associate degrees in communication studies and interdisciplinary studies, social and behavioral sciences. This fall, she will transfer to UC San Diego to major in media industries and communications, while also pursuing coursework in forensic anthropology. There's more. Looking ahead, Sophia hopes to build a career in advertising or public relations. Now, please join me in warmly welcoming this afternoon's student speaker, Sophia Barada.
Good afternoon, faculty, guests, staff, parents, and all the wonderful graduates here today. Today, we are celebrating more than just getting a degree. We celebrate ourselves and the resilience, growth, and hard work that brought us here. My name is Sophia Barada, and I'm honored to be a voice in this ceremony. While standing here today, I can feel the excitement all around us. Everyone is eager to graduate and move on to the next chapter of their lives. And while that excitement is well-deserved, I'd like to take a moment to pause and reflect on the story that brought us here. Every day seems to bring a new challenge. Some I once believed I could never overcome, yet somehow did. My community college journey is no different from anyone else's. I'm not the black sheep. I'm simply part of the same herd as everyone else, just simply figuring it out as we go. But maybe that's what makes this all so meaningful, is that we are all connected by the willingness to keep trying. While writing this speech, I found myself asking what makes my journey special. Honestly, nothing. It is in many ways ordinary. But I came to realize that uniqueness does not exist without perspective. Throughout my years of both diligence and failure, I have learned the insides and outs of what it takes to succeed. Starting off naive, lost, and full of fear, the most valuable lesson that I have learned is that making the best of what you have been given is the only way to move forward. My first semesters were rough, spending most days alone and barely having motivation to attend my classes. I was getting by with the hope of transferring out as soon as possible. Like many others, feelings of doubt and comparison were inevitable for me starting off here. While many of my friends began their journeys at university, I questioned whether I had made the wrong choice. Even today, standing here with my next steps not too far ahead, I fear of making a mistake. And that fear stems from the initial doubt of my own abilities and traces back to when I first began community college, feeling disappointed in my decision. At the time, I had felt that this choice reflected my worth, and I convinced myself that I was capable of more. But looking back now, I have achieved so much more here than I would have ever thought to, and I cannot be more grateful for my decision. Today, I think to myself, what does wrong choice mean? Sure, it comes with regret or guilt at first, but what you may think may be the wrong choice might just lead you to 100 better opportunities. If I had kept my mind closed with this mentality, I would have never made it through. After my first semester, I began to put myself out there. Through even the smallest of efforts, from joining clubs and student life, to choosing in-person classes, to simply complimenting a classmate, those decisions led me to where I am today. And today, I am deeply, deeply grateful for the time that I spent here and for the opportunity to share this accomplishment with such intelligent, hardworking, caring, and complex individuals. Throughout our years here, we often hear repeats of the same questions. What are you studying? Where are you going? When are you going? And what are you going to do with that? And not that these questions are unimportant or anything less special, but we tend to scare ourselves a lot with what we are going to do, which contrasts from the question, who are we going to become? Growth has been one of the most defining parts of my experience here. I feel that this push to become something has shaped me into someone. What I mean by this is that the questions that once carried uncertainty or empty answers are now met with confidence. Confidence in who I am and what I am capable of. And today, I see that in all of you. There is so much hope for our future and still so much growth to come. If you feel that you've succeeded today, just wait, you're capable of so much more. Thinking back to freshman me in August of 2024, I almost want to laugh or cry. I had never felt more lost about what I wanted to do or how I could possibly begin to achieve it. I felt that I had no hands to hold on to and no support or guide through this path whatsoever. It is abundant that many of us have internal struggles that we tend to hide, and these problems are not always physical, but tend to feel the heaviest when carrying them alone. I let a lot of negativity take over my thoughts, but over time I learned something important. It isn't a bad thing for your head to be so close to your heart. That connection is what turns confusion into clarity and fear into understanding. Out of high school, I never thought getting into a great college was realistic for me. For as long as I can remember, I underestimated what I was capable of. But standing here today, about to attend UC San Diego and having been accepted to nearly every school that I applied to, I feel an overwhelming sense of pride. What once felt out of reach is now my reality. Now, as I actively pursue my dreams, I feel incredibly lucky to be here, not just for this moment, but for the journey that brought me. I came to Folsom Lake College without expectations or any prior knowledge. I never imagined that I would find a family here. One of the best decisions that I made was joining the Student Senate. I looked forward to every meeting with a smile, and I'll now look back on those moments with an even greater one. These memories will always hold a special place in my heart. And throughout my 2 years here, I have felt nothing but love from those around me. It was never just about earning a degree, but about the unexpected friendships and the people that I was able to connect with. Folsom Lake College has been an incredible stepping stone in preparing us for what comes next. Today is just the beginning of what is to come. It is not the finish line, but proof of how far we've come and a reminder of how much farther we are capable of going. And ending on a cheesy note, shout out to the Roost kitchen staff for making the best grilled cheese I've ever had. I wish every single person here the best of luck, love, and success for the rest of your lives. It is truly well-deserved, and it is with excitement and pure exhilaration that I say to everyone, congratulations.
All right, Sophia, let's give her another round of applause, please, for sharing her journey. And just a small token of our appreciation for sharing your journey with us this afternoon. Thank you. Congratulations. There you go. All right, and now comes the part we've all been waiting for. Graduates, on behalf of the faculty, classified professional administrators, and the entire college committee of Folsom Lake College, it is my great honor to celebrate you and the remarkable achievement that you have accomplished today. I want to read a little bit of statistics, just so you know. The class of 2026, I said it was the largest class in the history of Folsom Lake College. It has 1,182 graduates. Together, you are earning an incredible 1,835 degrees and 1,018 certificates. All right, so are you ready to get our diplomas? Family and friends, are you ready back there? Cameras ready? So now, graduates, please wait for the direction of our stage ushers. After receiving your diploma cover, please return to your seat and remain seated for the official conferment of degrees later in the ceremony. Jay Anderson, Hannah Shaikh, and Dr. Lisette Brasil Cruz, would you please do us the honor of announcing our graduates this afternoon? Would Chancellor King and Student Trustee Pham please join me in the front of the stage? And we will begin.
Yolanda Brooks, degree, Interdisciplinary Studies, Social and Behavioral Sciences.
Kai Aspen Butler, Psychology.
Rona Bigzaga, Accounting.
Patrick Joseph Farrell, degree in Physics.
Nadia Evans, Interdisciplinary Studies, Social and Behavioral Sciences, transferring to California State University, Sacramento.
Zoe Harding, degree in Psychology.
Mia Barreco, degree, Interdisciplinary Studies, Social and Behavioral Sciences.
Selma Amani, Early Childhood Education.
Nu Yang Cheng, Business Administration 2.0, transferring to California State University, East Bay.
Olivia Edelman, degree, Interdisciplinary Studies, Math and Science.
Angelina Lynn Lopez, Early Childhood Education, transferring to California State University, Chico.
Matthew Bustabe, Business Administration 2.0, transferring to California State University, Chico.
Stella Daniluk, degree, Business Administration.
Sophia Barada, Communication Studies, transferring to University of California, San Diego.
Scott Bond, Engineering, University of California, Berkeley.
Kian Hudson, degree, Economics.
Jasmine Brown, Business.
Lindsay Galvez, Liberal Studies for Elementary Education, transferring to California State University, Sacramento.
Serenity Aguilar Mesa, degree, Computer Science, transferring to California State University, Sacramento.
Natalia Escareno, Physics, transferring to University of California, Davis.
Olivia Marie Catherine Humphreys, Early Childhood Education.
Annie Darce, degree, Administration of Justice.
Tanner Forrest, Business Administration, transferring to California State University, Sacramento.
Melissa Gale Akers, Interdisciplinary Studies, Social and Behavioral Sciences.
Roman Fulencio, degree, Business Administration, transferring to California State University, Sacramento.
Dania Iralina, Mathematics, transferring to University of California, Berkeley.
Gonzaya Enkbold, Interdisciplinary Studies, Math and Science, transferring to UC Davis.
Isabela de la Riva, degree, Pre-Health Occupations, transferring to Chamberlain University.
Emily Chia, English.
Ashley Fernandez, History.
Alan Daniel, degree Biology.
Silvana Guijo, Business Administration, transferring to California State University, Sacramento.
Alyssa Marie Coloma, Communication Studies 2.0, transferring to California State University, Sacramento.
Chi Her, degree in Business Administration, transferring to California State University, Sacramento.
Chris Gacco, Pre-Health Occupations.
Aubrey Harmon, History.
Tessa Holm, degree in Sociology, transferring to California State University, Sacramento.
Martin Lucero, Theater Arts.
Emilio Jimenez, Political Science, transferring to University of California, Davis.
Avery Chimenti, Interdisciplinary Studies, Social and Behavioral Sciences.
Tashayla Lynn Benford, Psychology, transferring to California State University, Sacramento.
Denise Berrigan, Psychology and Administration of Justice.
Kasara Bell, degree in Business Administration, transferring to GCU.
Stella Bertelli, Philosophy, transferring to University of California, Berkeley.
Katie Cyrus, Psychology, transferring to University of California, San Diego.
Kaylee Anderson, degree in Economics, transferring to California State University, Sacramento.
Cooper Beasley, Psychology.
Alexis Jordan Harris, Computer Information Science.
Chloe Delaney, degree in Sociology, transferring to California State University, Sacramento.
Anna Marie Guzman, Psychology, transferring to California State University, Channel Islands.
Brianna Sofia Gonzalez, Interdisciplinary Studies, Social and Behavioral Sciences, transferring to California State University, Sacramento.
Victoria Beiling, degree in Business Administration.
Kaylee Dick, Pre-Health Occupations.
Kaylee Jean Burke, Interdisciplinary Studies, Social and Behavioral Sciences.
Tracy Copeland, degree in Pre-Health Occupations.
Anemone Irvine, Theater Arts, transferring to University of Saskatchewan.
Lillian Natyuk, Social Work and Human Services.
Monica Melissa Gonzalez, degree in Medical Laboratory Technician.
Autumn Bosted, Studio Art, transferring to California State University, Sacramento.
Sophie Barrett, Business Administration 2.0, transferring to California State University, Sacramento.
Eric James Hill, Social Work and Human Services, transferring to California State University, Sacramento.
Tana Dunk, Anthropology, transferring to California State University, Sacramento.
Gavin Blake, Economics, transferring to University of California, Santa Cruz.
Dean Bulfon, degree in Business Administration, transferring to California State University, Sacramento.
Natasha Arong, Studio Art, transferring to California State University, Sacramento.
Leticia Becerra Martinez, Pre-Health Occupations, transferring to California State University, Sacramento.
Taylor Jackson, Interdisciplinary Studies, Social and Behavioral Sciences, California State University, Sacramento.
Johanna Lynn Del Monte, Psychology, transferring to California State University, Northridge.
Esmeralda Jauregui, Pre-Health Occupations, transferring to California State University, Sacramento.
Brianna Nicole Eller, degree in Business.
Mikhail Filipov, Computer Information Science.
Amit Jakumar, Computer Information Science, transferring to University of California, Los Angeles.
Sarah Carlson, degree in Interdisciplinary Studies, Arts and Humanities.
Mia Alex Bullion, Biology, transferring to University of California, Davis.
Richard Fontanilla, Small Business Management Entrepreneurship.
Perry Brown, degree in English, transferring to California State University, Sacramento.
Tony Fergeron, Interdisciplinary Studies, Social and Behavioral Sciences.
Haley Leanne Antill, Interdisciplinary Studies, Math and Science.
Ahmad Lloyd, degree in Interdisciplinary Studies, Social and Behavioral Sciences.
Emily Bowman, Public Management and Civil Service, transferring to Hawaii Pacific University.
Samantha Ray Schuler, Psychology, transferring to Jessup University.
Ursula Chen, degree in Kinesiology, transferring to California State University, Sacramento.
Khalees Powell, Interdisciplinary Studies, Math and Science.
Jasmine Klee, Interdisciplinary Studies, Math and Science.
Trisha George, History, transferring to California State University, Berkeley.
Aislinn Faith Hartman, Interdisciplinary Studies, Art and Humanities, transferring to University of California, Berkeley.
Lexi Davis, Communication Studies 2.0, transferring to San Diego State University.
Jeffrey Hamilton Anderson, degree in Business Administration, transferring to California State University, Sacramento.
Jack Clifton Brooks, physics, transferring to University of California, Davis.
Emma Lawler, biology, transferring to University of California, Berkeley.
Elizaveta Ageva, degree in biology, transferring to California, University of California, Davis.
April Fakahua, early childhood education.
Kirsten Breland, geography, transferring to California State University, Sacramento.
Hakira Hakimi, degree in interdisciplinary studies, social and behavioral sciences.
Taylor Gilcrease Pena, psychology, transferring to University of California, Davis.
Caitlin Bella Harmon, business, transferring to Southern Oregon University.
Dominique Brian, degree in economics, transferring to San Francisco State University.
Bryant Fu, psychology, transferring to University of California, Santa Cruz.
Zachary Burke, interdisciplinary studies, social and behavioral sciences, transferring to University of California, Santa Cruz.
Fernando Garcia, degree in business administration, transferring to California State University, Sacramento.
Paulo Amaro Clark, communication studies.
Justin Alexander Bojan, business administration 2.0, California State University, Sacramento.
Adriel de los Reyes, degree in computer science information, transferring to California State University, Sacramento.
Emma Jefferson, pre-health occupations, transferring to California State Polytechnic University, Humboldt.
Sophia Guillen, pre-health occupations, transferring to Gurnick Academy, ultrasound program.
Devel Brown, degree in interdisciplinary studies, social and behavioral sciences.
Gracie Jaquette, political science, transferring to California State University, Sacramento.
Alexandra Peters, psychology, transferring to California Polytechnic, Pomona.
Jasmine Bradford, degree in psychology, transferring to California State University, Sacramento.
Christian Barcelo, business.
Juan Gutierrez, psychology, California State University, Sacramento.
Josiah Hansen, degree in administration of justice.
Dylan Edward Albert, interdisciplinary studies, social and behavioral sciences, transferring to California State University, Sacramento.
Andrew Cobian, economics, transferring to University of California, Davis.
Xavier Jonas, degree in anthropology, transferring to California State University, Sacramento.
Macy Douglas, studio art, transferring to California State University, Sacramento.
Miriam Hernandez Velasquez, pre-health occupations.
Lisa Awakil, degree in pre-health occupations.
Jaden Alexander, Administration of Justice, transferring to California State University, Sacramento.
Jarrett Jackson, medical lab technician.
Michael J. Collins, computer information science.
Brianne Forsyth, pre-health occupations.
Artek Aramian, interdisciplinary studies, social and behavioral sciences.
Justin Cogbill, social work and human services, transferring to California State University, Chico.
Sarah Elizabeth Habkirk, anthropology, transferring to University of Maine.
Kaylee Frazier, interdisciplinary studies, math and science.
Mariana Prieto, degree in interdisciplinary studies, math and science.
Anaya Isabella Cruz, interdisciplinary studies, social and behavioral sciences.
Brooklyn Akitanya Danina, interdisciplinary studies, social and behavioral sciences.
Sophia Nielsen, political science, transferring to University of California, Santa Barbara.
Jordi Contreras Camarena, business administration, transferring to California State University, East Bay.
Kia Brasso, theater arts, transferring to San Francisco Art Academy.
Paulina Soledad, pre-health occupations.
Destiny Ali, interdisciplinary studies, social and behavioral sciences, transferring to University of California, Santa Barbara.
Luba Bull, business administration 2.0.
Last but not least, Janice Johnson, social and behavioral sciences, transferring to California State University, Sacramento.
Are we ready? All right. Let's give a round of applause to our class of 2026. At this time, I would like to once again call to the podium student trustee Brianna Pham to confirm your degrees. Trustee Pham, on behalf of the faculty and staff of Folsom Lake College, I present the class of 2026 as having fulfilled the requirements established by the Los Rios Board of Trustees for the Associate of Arts or the Associate of Science degree. I ask that you, as the board's representative, confer the degrees.
Conferring degrees is a very proud moment for a Los Rios trustee. It brings me an enormous amount of satisfaction to recognize these outstanding graduates. Will the graduating class of 2026 please stand? With the authority vested in me by the Los Rios Community College District Board of Trustees, I declare all eligible candidates to be elevated to the degree of Associates in Arts or Associates in Science. You may now move your tassels to the left side to signify your graduation. Congratulations!
All right, please be seated. It's almost party time. As we end today's commencement ceremony, I ask that all family and friends please remain seated while the graduates, faculty, deans, and the stage party leave the ceremony area. And in closing, I echo the wise words of our fellow graduate, Sofia Barada. Today is just the beginning of what is to come. It is not the finish line, but proof of how far you've come and a reminder of how much farther you are capable of going. And know that no matter what your journey holds, you will forever be a Falcon. Congratulations, class of 2026.